was indicated that perhaps we're one of the few boards that does not provide division paid benefits for trustees. So the finance committee is entertaining that and has asked for administration to bring back some information on costs and what that might maybe look like. Okay. The second item is on the last bullet, and there was some discussion again by the committee, looking again at that board governance budget area, and specifically, as I had indicated when I talked about the allowances for committee of the whole meetings and half days, is the discussion being, and perhaps there's some feedback trustees would like to give back to the committee now, is looking at perhaps those committee of the whole meetings that if a meeting is less than an hour, to use a differential rate rather than claim for a half day, might amount to a briefing of 20 minutes or 45 minutes. So the committee was discussing it, but again, there's a duality here. It's not outlined in policy that provision is there for remuneration, but the committee, the finance committee, felt that it was worthy of looking at and feeling out the rest of the trustees to see whether there would be some support in moving forward a recommendation.
Okay. So trustees, these are the two items that's brought to our attention. So one, paid benefits to gauge the temperature around the room. Just a straw vote. Who would like to see that moving forward? If I understand right, that's what you're asking, right? Yep. Go back to finance. Okay. Okay, I see Donna's hand. Yeah.
I have a comment or just a straw vote.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go through the quick comments. Yeah.
Okay. In regards to this, I think part of the committee's discussion was not only trying to get the temperature and an idea of where the board sits on this topic, but I think also to look at different rates, I guess, of supporting those benefits. So would it be a 50%? Would it be 100%? So your question, Mr. Chair, of supporting benefits, whether we ask the board today in what area or how much of that support, or leave that to the committee's discretion, but just the general idea of looking at.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's the question. Just looking at it, and then again we'll be discussed and brought back here. All right. Okay. Sorry. Trustee Tagu, do you have a question or the straw vote? Thumbs up.
I didn't hear the first part of this. For some reason, my bit audio didn't come back on, but I would like to see that the benefits be paid for trustees, especially when I'm looking at the sister boards where they also, most of the other boards do have the benefits paid. I would be in favor of 100% paid.
Okay, so Trustee Tagu, we're not going into that debate yet. We're just asking a straw vote. Are we going to be directing administration through finance to bring us back a report, half paid, full paid, just like trustee?
Right. So I'm saying yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Trustee Berg.
I'm saying yes as well.
Okay. Trustee Lena.
Yes.
Look into it. Okay. So you have 5 to say go for it, please. Okay. Then the other question is, which is in this dual thing, policy have to amend certain things. If we're looking at, as they were saying, an hourly rate for meetings that are just under an hour. Okay, and that too, do we want to move in that direction? Okay, yes.
So if I can give some clarity on this issue, and not necessarily on behalf of the finance committee, but because I kind of came up with this, it is not meant to cover committee meetings that are less than an hour. It's not meant for that type of purpose, for things that are already in policy of where we get per diems. What this was kind of meant for, and I think it does explain it in there a little bit clearer, that in emergent situations, when maybe the board needs a a briefing virtually, and it might take 15 minutes for our superintendent to brief us on some issues that are going on or ministerial announcements. That there is an allowance for us to be able to do that without the extensive cost that has inhibited us from doing our jobs fully in the past through that way.
All right.
And yes, it would be if it was, I guess, feasible and okay with the board, that it would be looked at through policy first and in duality through finance. Because those amounts have not been considered yet.
Yes. Financial impact. So the same role, Trustee Tarwood, move forward with this, yes or no?
No,
No, okay. Trustee Burke?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a value for that. Okay. Trustee Leonard?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So those are the two things required under the struggle. We'll move forward with those informations to be sought back. All right. Labor Committee. Yeah, Trustee DeMarco.
Can I
Anything?
defer to the in-camera? I can talk more.
Okay, all right, perfect. Thank you. ASBA reports. Trustee Tarwood?
are there any questions? I submitted it, so everyone's had a chance to read it.
Yeah. I see no comments. Okay.
Oh, I think Dawn has a question.
Okay, Dawn.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Under the PD parliamentary procedures by Becky Cowell, what was your biggest takeaway from that session?
One of the big takeaways was that every trustee has to vote when a motion is called. They cannot choose to abstain. I didn't realize that. So that was one of the big takeaways. It was really interesting to learn about the motions and how motions are amended and friendly amendments versus other amendments, to have that explained. She's definitely a very knowledgeable person, and I just got a lot out of it. I thought it was really good, and I think it would be good every year to have a little refresher from her if we could. Thank you.
Go ahead.
Can I just confirm, is the SGM June 5th to the 7th or the 6th and 7th?
6 and 7.
The 5th to the 7th, but earlier we discussed it was.
6 and 7.
Okay.
6 and 7. Did I put the wrong date on here?
This is 5th to 7th, so I just wasn't sure if we,
No, 6 and 7.
okay.
So
It's normally that order. We normally arrive on the Sunday afternoon, and then Monday and then Tuesday.
Sometimes if there's a rural caucus meeting, they'll put it on the Sunday afternoon.
Yes.
I did see an email from Sherry, but I haven't read it yet, so there might be.
Could be that.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Like you said, from Becky's, I know we have some DVDs for Kevin Ian about motions and how to amend, and that all is in the works as to pass part of our COW agenda when we start getting into some of those learning sessions. Okay, as well.
Thank you.
Okay, ASBA Rural Caucus. Yolene, anything there?
Are there any questions for me?
Yeah, any questions? All right. I see none. Thank you. ACSTA reports. Any comments, question? To Trustee Miller, no. Okay, perfect. And now you know we have a new executive director. All right. Okay, Mr. Bouchard, I'll come back to you. Oh, no, sorry. Okay, can I have someone move us into in camera, please? Trustee Burke, are you gonna move us into in camera, please?
I moved that we go into camera.
Okay, as per policy 7.5.
Oh, sorry. Sec here. As of 7.1, I would ask that we go into camera, please.
Thank you. All in favor? And everybody here? Yeah, okay, sorry, yeah.